Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly attract good fortune? While luck might play a small role, there's a far greater force at work: divine favor. It's like a secret ingredient, a spiritual booster shot that propels you towards a life filled with joy, abundance, and purpose. The good news is God's favor isn't reserved for a select few. It's available to each and every one of us. But how do we tap into this incredible power? Many spend their lives searching for that elusive formula, that magic potion to unlock God's blessings. What if I told you the answer isn't hidden in some ancient text or whispered in hushed tones? The truth is far simpler, far more beautiful than we could ever imagine. Unlocking God's favor isn't about complicated rituals or impossible feats. It's about aligning our hearts and actions with His will. It's about living a life that reflects His love, grace, and compassion. In the following pages, we'll embark on a journey together, exploring the practical steps that draw us closer to God and unlock the floodgates of His boundless favor. Get ready to step into the light, to experience the transformative power of living a life bathed in God's blessings. Your best life awaits. It's important to remember that we don't earn God's favor. It's not a reward for good behavior or a prize for perfect attendance at church. God's favor is a gift, freely given to all who choose to receive it with open hearts. It's like the sun, shining brightly on everyone, regardless of their past mistakes or current struggles. Think of a flower turning its face towards the sun, seeking its warmth. Just as the flower needs sunlight to thrive, we too need the warmth of God's grace in our lives. It's in that light that we grow, we blossom, we become the best versions of ourselves. God's love for us is unconditional and unwavering. He doesn't wait for us to be perfect before He showers us with His blessings. He loves us right where we are, flaws and all. Understanding this simple truth is the foundation for attracting God's favor. It's not about striving, it's about surrendering to His love, knowing that we are already enough in His eyes. When we live our lives from this place of grace, our actions naturally begin to reflect God's love. We become more compassionate, more forgiving, more willing to lend a helping hand to those in need. And it's in these acts of love, these reflections of His grace, that we open ourselves up to experiencing the fullness of His blessings in our lives. Embrace His grace and let it transform your life. Prayer is our direct line to God, a sacred connection that transcends time and space. It's how we communicate with the Creator of the universe, sharing our hopes, our dreams, our fears, and our deepest desires. But it's not just about asking for things or seeking answers. Prayer is about cultivating a relationship with God, deepening our connection with the divine, and finding peace. Think of prayer as tuning into God's frequency, aligning our hearts with His will. Just like a radio needs to be set to the right station to receive a clear signal, we need to quiet our minds, to still our thoughts in order to truly hear God's voice. It's in the silence that we create space for Him to speak, to guide us, to reveal His plans for our lives. God doesn't need elaborate words or eloquent pleas. He wants to hear from your heart, your true self. Talk to Him like you would a trusted friend. Share your worries, your joys, your gratitude. Even if you don't know what to say, simply sit in His presence. Feel His love surrounding you. Consistent prayer is key. It's not a one-time thing like sending a letter and waiting for a reply. It's about building an ongoing conversation with God, nurturing that relationship day by day. As we make prayer a regular part of our lives, we open ourselves up to receiving divine guidance, wisdom, and yes, even miracles. Remember, prayer is a journey, not a destination. Keep tuning in and you'll find the divine frequency. Planting seeds of kindness, reaping God's favor. The Bible tells us that whatever we sow, we will also reap. This principle applies not just to material wealth, but to every aspect of our lives, including God's favor. When we sow seeds of kindness, compassion, and love, we create a fertile ground for God's blessings to flourish. Think of it this way. Every act of kindness is like depositing money into a divine bank account. The more we give, the more we have to draw from. And the interest, that's God's favor multiplying our efforts, blessing us in ways we could never have imagined. It doesn't have to be grand gestures. Sometimes the smallest acts of kindness can have the biggest impact. Smiling at a stranger, offering a helping hand to a neighbor, forgiving someone who has wronged us. These simple acts create ripples of love and compassion that extend far beyond ourselves. Remember, God sees everything. He notices the times we put others before ourselves, the times we choose love over anger, forgiveness over bitterness. And it's in these moments, these seemingly insignificant acts of kindness, that we attract His favor and unlock the floodgates of His blessings. So keep planting those seeds of kindness and watch as God's favor transforms your life. Faith, the bridge to divine intervention. Faith is the unwavering belief in God's goodness, even when we can't see the full picture, even when the path ahead seems unclear. It's trusting that He hears our prayers, that He sees our struggles, and that He's working behind the scenes for our good, orchestrating everything for our benefit. Faith is the bridge that connects us to the impossible, allowing us to experience miracles in our lives, making the unseen seen. Think of a seed planted in the ground. We can't see it growing, but we trust that with time, sunshine, and water, it will eventually blossom into a beautiful flower. Faith is like that, nurturing our hopes and dreams. We may not always see God's hand at work, but we trust that He is faithful to His promises, and that in His perfect timing He will make all things beautiful. Faith isn't passive. It's not simply wishing for things to be different. It's taking action even when we're afraid, trusting that God will meet us halfway, guiding our steps. It's stepping out of our comfort zones, knowing that He will catch us if we fall, providing us with strength and courage. The more we exercise our faith, the stronger it becomes. And as our faith grows, so too does our capacity to receive God's blessings. Miracles become commonplace, not because we've forced God's hand, but because we've aligned ourselves with His will and opened our hearts to receive the fullness of His grace, embracing His divine plan. Faith is the bridge that leads us to divine intervention, where the extraordinary becomes our reality. In this chapter, we will explore how to maintain divine favor in your daily life. Practical tips and spiritual practices will be shared to help you stay connected to the divine. First, start each day with gratitude. A grateful heart attracts blessings. Take a few moments every morning to reflect on the things you are thankful for and express your gratitude to God. This sets a positive tone for the day and opens your heart to receive more of His favor. Next, immerse yourself in prayer and meditation. These practices help you stay tuned to the divine frequency, allowing you to hear God's voice and feel His presence. Set aside specific times during the day for prayer and create a quiet space where you can meditate and connect with God without distractions. Engage with Scripture regularly. The Bible is a powerful tool for spiritual growth and guidance. Reading and studying Scripture helps you understand God's will and aligns your thoughts and actions with His teachings. Consider joining a Bible study group or using a devotional guide to deepen your understanding. Practice acts of kindness and service. When you extend love and compassion to others, you reflect God's love and attract His favor. Look for opportunities to serve in your community, help a neighbor, or support a charitable cause. These acts not only bless others, but also bring joy and fulfillment to your own life. Lastly, surround yourself with a supportive faith community. Fellowship with like-minded individuals strengthens your spiritual journey. Attend church services, participate in small groups, and seek out mentors who can provide encouragement and accountability. By incorporating these practices into your daily routine, you can maintain a strong connection to the divine and continue to experience God's favor in your life. Remember, staying connected to God requires intentional effort, but the rewards are immeasurable. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights on unlocking divine favor.